Hey, it's Brian with the Midnight Mechanic with your tech tip for today. A lot of times when you're doing body work on a car, you may need to replace a panel, whether it's from collision damage or from rust. A lot of times you can buy a complete panel that's a factory replacement for the one you're removing from the car. Now, rather than just going ahead, grabbing your cutoff wheel and hacking the thing off, you can do it so it's almost like it's been replaced by the factory, and that's with something called a spot weld cutter. We'll show you what that is and how to use it. On our Mustang here, you can see where all the panels are connected. There's these little circles. These are spot welds where they used a spot welder to actually fuse the panels together. This saves a lot of time instead of running an entire seam of a bead, but it's plenty strong. A lot of cars, actually most cars, are built using this method. The thing is when you go to replace a panel, it's very easy to just go ahead and drill these spot welds out rather than cutting them up and causing more work for yourself. On this car, we have to replace the radiator support. What we're going to do is actually cut out all the spot welds, and then we can remove the panel and replace it a whole lot easier than if we just chopped it out with an angle grinder or a sawzall or something and ended up with more welding work. So here's what a spot weld cutter looks like. It has this little pin in it that you can center on the spot weld, and then it's basically a tiny hole saw that I'll use to cut around that spot weld. It has a little lip here, so as it goes through, it won't cut through both panels. That allows it to separate that spot weld from the panel, and you can go ahead and remove the panel easier without causing a lot of damage. So we're going to start by drilling out these two spot welds that are on the end of this core support. What you do is this pin centers up on this, and it's spring loaded, so as you drill, it'll hold it in but also retract in there. We spin it pretty hard. And that's all you need to do. Once it cuts through that top panel, it'll leave a little mark in the panel below it, but it won't cut through it. That allows you to slide the new panel in, either on top or underneath, and then tack weld it in there, spot weld it in there with your new welder. We're going to do one over here too to get this side. Sometimes it'll jump around like that. If you get it started and take it slowly, where it gets started, especially if it's on an angle, it can cause problems, but there it is. Now we're going to have to go on the sides, up underneath, and a couple other spots to get it off. Now you see how easy it is to remove a panel using a spot weld cutter. It's just a cheap little thing. It costs us about $10. It's attached to our drill, and it comes with a whole lot of extra bits too, so you can use it a lot. We cut out a whole bunch of spot welds on that front panel, so it lasts a long time, and it makes it a lot easier than it is trying to cut it out with stuff. And when we come back, we can just slide it over top of it and actually use the same holes to create our own spot welds when we reattach it. If you have anything else you'd like to learn about, any other tools you'd like to see, post down below in the comments. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at The Midnight Mech, TikTok at The Midnight Mechanic. Check our business page out, Shuck Auto. We'll see you guys next time.